Hi, everyone. I thought I would just drop by and talk about the healing power of animals. And I brought my little Jeannie with me today. Yes, Jeannie is a West Highland Terrier, and she was born in Maryland. Yes. And she's 8 years old, so she's actually considered a senior, I believe. And uh, if you remember, there was a book by Dean Ornish called Reversing Heart Disease. And Dean Ornish looked at how to potentially reverse heart disease without invasive surgery. And in his book, he spoke about three aspects of reversing heart disease. One is diet. So his diet was specifically vegetarian, so a very high plant-based diet. The second one was stress management, and the third one was movement. And in his stress management, he used group therapy, and where people sat around and talked about what it's like to have heart disease that is so serious that if you walk out of your door and the curb, you could perhaps have a heart attack. So in his book, Reversing Heart Disease, he reflected on those three aspects: diet, stress management, and movement. And he discovered one of the most powerful things he learned from reversing heart disease was the power of love. So he wrote a second book, which is probably one of my favorite books of all time in this field of health and wellness. And it is called Healing Power of Love and Survival. And it's very research based, it's documented with all kinds of studies about opening our heart emotionally, as well as physically, as well as spiritually. And it's a fabulous book, The Healing Power of Love, and by Dean Ornish. And of course, he does talk about the healing power of having an animal. And the thing about animals is they just give you unconditional love, what Jung might call unconditional positive regard. They love you no matter what. And having that love opens our heart. I think about yes, it's a physical organ. And the energy and motion of love literally opens the heart, opens the blood vessels. Now, I'm not saying that there's a direct correlation. Please don't hear that's cause and effect. But the power of our emotional being is very correlated to the power of our physical being. And for many people, having a pet to care for, to take care of, also induces that knowing that there's someone else to take care of. And the beautiful saying, and I can't remember who said it now. I wish I could. I'll have to Google it. The best way to know about yourself, best way to know yourself, is to be in service to someone else. And when we care for, in fact, some of the research even says that in elderly people, just having a plant to care for helps them live longer. So when you have an animal that you care for, that you always have to think about, and that gives you love and you give the animal love, there is such positivity. Now, not to mention that if we are mindful about walking our dogs, then we're more likely to get a little more physical activity, which is also super good for us as well. So I would really urge you to look for Dean Ornish's book called Love and Survival. And it really did open up my mind to realizing that this thing called health, this thing called creating health, is certainly mind, body, and spirit. And there is so much research to show us about the power of love in our life. So I hope you enjoyed this little snippet. And if you have animals, give them a little extra love and thank them for being part of your healthcare plan. Bye for now.